Let me pivot to another quick blowback story here. Again, in staying in Russia, is the UK announcing sanctions against Russia's cyber spies, accusing of facilitating murders. The sanctions against GRU's malicious cyber operations included in the sanctions package Unit 74455, Sandworm, considered the world's most destructive hacking groups, Unit 26165, Fancy Bear, and Unit 29155 behind the
What
data
fucking
destroying
story was
Whispergate
this?
malware.
Where was
just
this?
announced. This was just announced. The British government sanctioning 18 Russian military intelligence officers, alleging their units were responsible for cyber reconnaissance operations, including those leading to hundreds of murders through the targeting of civilians in Ukraine. Pretty significant announcement here, but it's all old stuff and old people we know about, right, Costin?
Yeah, here I come saving Juan.
Bro, I mean, I went through the fucking document. I spent 2 hours reading fucking stories about like CISA not caring about trains, and like, where the fuck did this come
get to
from?
that.
I'll save you if you save me on trains, okay?
I got you, dog.
You got
sort
my
of.
back on trains. Because I looked at this story, and as I was, by the way, I was scrolling through it, there was one thing which immediately attracted my, well, two things actually that attracted my attention. One of them was they're sanctioning a bunch of people who are associated with something called the Interference Agency African Initiative. That it's been described before, a kind of news website that promotes stories, kind of Russian influence stories in Africa, which is a kind of a captivating subject, also in the light of PMC Wagner, defunct now, being active in that region and doing all sorts of things. And in particular, they sanctioned 3 people here with this African Initiative Agency, which they do have a website, and there's a kind of very thorough description of what they were doing there. From 2024, they launched in September 2023. So in a way, like this, a spin-off maybe from Russia Today, that they can do very easily and fast with just a bunch of people, and they start very pushing stories, like lots of stories specific to whatever area they want to influence. The other thing which attracted my attention, because most of the names, I mean, most of these units, we know them very well. There's like hacking of Yulia Skripal's emails in 2013, like old story by Sophacy, right, with this ex-agent and such. So most of them are kind of old stuff that seems, they're just flushing everything. So, okay, let's sanction everybody we know and care about part of this story. But one thing is new. A sophisticated malware, quote, dubbed Authentic Antics, that me personally I have not seen before. And I was looking at the report right before the podcast. I was looking for hashes, Yara rules. Good thing there are Yara rules, like a few of them. Surprising.
This is from the NCSC, right?
Correct, from the UK NCSC. Strange that there's no hashes. I don't know why they left the hashes out, unless of course I missed it. So if I missed it, please send me the hashes. But in the report, which by the way is from May, which is also another interesting thing, they had it ready since May, but they only decided to publish it now with all this stuff. So at least there's Yara rules and the thorough description of how it works and what it does. I put the Yara rules in my hunting systems, no hits yet, so we'll see how it goes. It's always
Did they say which one of these units are using it and what it was being used for?
This would be one used by Sophacy, so it would be one of their tools, part of their tool set.
Juanito, you see any significance at all to the United Kingdom, the UK announcing this?
I mean, I didn't know they'd done it until about like 3 minutes ago. So, I mean, it sounds interesting to me. I also am very curious as to like anything that characterizes what we might consider APT-28 or Sophacy in this day and age, because we've talked about this before, but like a lot of these Russian ops have like restructured, re-engineered. So I will take my time to read this one, but I don't know what to make of it.
What do these sanctions mean? Is it just one of those things where in the future someone travels somewhere, you're able to pick up someone? It's like I asked about this on the podcast many times. Like, what is the purpose of sanctioning these people that are just so deeply connected to the Russian state that you're probably never going to get anything? Is there a tangible thing that comes out of announcing these sanctions?
There can be, as far as what law enforcement can do, and like certain. I mean, it opens certain gates for like certain types of information sharing and other tactics that might otherwise not happen. That said, I mean, look, man, they picked up the Hafnium dudes, so
True.
people travel, I guess. You've got to get out of Russia at some point.
Perhaps there's like always just maybe even hours between sanctions and arrest warrants, right? So first step sanctions, and whenever we want, we reserve the freedom to turn them into arrest warrants whenever we think that actually works. So we don't have to turn them into arrest warrants in advance and spook any of these people. Just let them travel, think they're just sanctioned, and whenever you see them in some friendly jurisdiction, you can immediately put up the arrest warrant and grab them, I guess.